Welcome, Jennifer Saienni of Spur Impact. You're the Director of Nonprofit Engagement. Tell me about your work. Describe your job.
Well, my job's a pretty fun one. So I get to work with emerging leaders in the community and connect them with nonprofits throughout the state. So in particular, I get to speak with nonprofits, see what their prickly points are, see what their successes are, and try to connect them with other resources, other nonprofits, emerging leaders, foundations, sponsors. So a lot of networking is what I get to do. And in particular, I get to help them raise money and marketing efforts for their causes and for their mission. So it's been a lot of fun being director of nonprofit engagement.
It sounds great. You're helping the good guys. Can you talk about like the mission of Spur Impact and some of the participants? Help us understand who you're working with.
Yes. So Spur Impact is really just that, to spur impact with emerging leaders here in the Delaware community, and helping them get involved with the nonprofit sector, helping them learn and grow professionally and professionally. So working and getting them to understand the impact of the nonprofit sector. The nonprofit sector in Delaware is pretty vast. There's about 1,500 nonprofits in the state that are operating and doing amazing work across the state. So helping them connect and meet these emerging leaders where they are, talk to them how they want to be talked to, and really start to help those nonprofits cultivate those individuals so that they can become longtime volunteers, longtime fundraisers, and engage with their missions.
So it's not exactly employment you're doing, it's more partnerships and association.
Yes.
Talk about some of the partners, because I know you have many.
Yes, we have lots of partners across the state. So in particular, definitely the nonprofits are huge partners for Spur Impact, but we also have great relationships with some of the big funders in the areas, the big three that we call them, the corporations throughout the state that have become proud supporters of all the wonderful causes here in the state, as well as state agencies, members in the political arena, legislators, and just good people that are out there. There's some wonderful individuals who are doing some amazing work who aren't necessarily tied to a particular organization. And so getting to work with them and partnering with them. And I think the really great thing about Spur Impact is that we are really the hub of all organizations. So we're getting calls from for-profit organizations that are like, can you connect us with this nonprofit, and helping us network and create this program for our employees? And then on the flip side, we have nonprofits who are, hey, I really want to connect with this nonprofit. I think there might be some good synergy there, and create some efficiencies across both of our organizations. So it's been really neat to see those start to blossom with Spur Impact. So it's been really neat to see that.
So what you really are is a matchmaker, correct?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I am.
What is hashtag Mill Summit? Talk about that.
So Mill Summit is actually entering its 7th year this year. It is a conference that we host in August, and it is a conference for young emerging leaders. So young could mean you're just entering the workforce, you've just graduated from college or trade school or master's degree, whatever that might look like for you. Or you might be young, new into the field. There's a lot of people who are transitioning from one industry to another. So they're young within their industry. So we like to call them emerging leaders. And they come for a 3-day conference. It's a hybrid style. So last August, we had a little over 800 people attend the conference, with about 250 coming in person, which was really exciting to get back into that in-person format. But the conference spans so many different facets of a professional's workday. It can.
Sure. I'm curious, how did COVID affect your work, if at all?
So Mill Summit actually blossomed through COVID. So we had already started going down the path before 2020 of going into a virtual model because we were able to get a lot of great speakers from across the country and from across the globe. So when virtual became more of a everyday occurrence for a lot of people, the conference has truly blossomed. Last year we had people tuning in from Greece and Singapore and Brazil. So it's been a fantastic, and we're able to pick up the West Coast, not just attendees, but also some fantastic speakers that, to be honest, we just wouldn't really be able to afford if we had to bring them in person. So it's been fantastic.
I know you want to talk about Delaware Gives.
Yes, yes. So Delaware Gives is my baby and what I get to work on every day. And so really Delaware Gives is a free online donation platform for all nonprofits in Delaware to use. It's a great resource. We have nonprofits, big and small, who use the platform 365 days of the year, which again, it's free. Which how most things, you can't find very many things that are free these days. And it's an opportunity for nonprofits to take advantage of individual giving. And then the flagship program out of Delaware Gives is Delaware's Giving Day, which is Do More 24 Delaware. And that's coming up fast. And we're really excited. Last year, in that 24-hour Giving Day, we raised over $2.6 million for Delaware's nonprofits. We had donations come in from every single city in Delaware, which is really neat. And over 12,000 donations come in to support nonprofits. So it's a fantastic platform and a fantastic event that we're hosting.
Well, as one Ursuline girl to another, you certainly seem to have found your niche. Thank you so much. And let's keep in touch.
Yes, I would love that, Sharon. Thank you so much for the opportunity.